Alright guys, welcome along to round 18 of my F1 2017 career mode. You join me for the Mexican Grand Prix. Now this track is not going to favour our car. We've got this really high speed section. During practice and quality it's not going particularly well. I can't get a good hookup round here. I don't have a real solid setup. So it's going to be a once again damage limitation in this Renault car. And just trying to get ahead of Kimi Raikkonen somehow during this race. We're going to do everything we can to do so because we're running out of rounds now. So let's see what we can do. So qualifying practice wasn't the best for us. This long straight, just getting the traction out of the corners. We're just really struggling on the setup front. As you can see, Kimi Raikkonen is ahead of us in this championship battle. He's got 13 points on us. So it's going to be about just trying to be consistent, trying to get up near the podium if possible. But in terms of pace, Ferrari are dominating, Mercedes are dominating. The Red Bulls, they're catchable, we can get them. But to get any inroads on the top cars, we're going to need retirements in terms of this race. Let's have a look at the qualifying results and the starting order for this race. So, pole position, Sebastian Vettel. He should have had a better season so far. Lewis Hamilton alongside him, same for him. Kimi Raikkonen, who's been dominating in terms of race wins in P3. Bottas, his teammate, countryman in P4. Sergio Perez, the home man in P5. Ourselves P7. Max Verstappen in the penalty. Ocon with the penalty there. Our teammate languishing down in 13th. That's showing the true pace of our car, which is not great round here. And the back row of the grid, we've got Lance Stroll with a penalty there. So let's get into the Mexican Grand Prix.
3 races left. You can still win the driver's title, but you need a strong performance. Come on, let's give it our best shot.
No shit, Sherlock. We're going to need a fucking solid performance, Jeff. And you know we ain't got the pace in the car. 5 red lights. And away we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. Pretty happy with that start. But we're saying that we've got a car up the inside of us here. We're going for the super soft tyre. As you can see, we've got the Ultras around us, which has hindered us off the start line. We've got a massive straight here. Look at them 4 wide ahead of us. Pick a braking spot, and the 2 Ferraris have tangled. And we're going to go round them there, and a Force India. And that's the best possible start we could ever wish for. We're up into P3.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
You better be happy with that one, Jeff. Settling into the race there. We got Lewis and Bottas ahead of us, the 2 Mercs, and just bolting off the line. So as you can see, the front row, pretty good start from both rows. Well, Sebastian's getting swamped, but Lewis made a cracking start. He's got the inside line coming into turn 1, and his teammate is slipstreaming him closely behind. The 2 Ferraris get way too close to each other. Bottas gets the inside line, pinches I think it's Raikkonen. Who touches Kimi as well. I think Kimi's come out worst out of everyone coming down this section here. Coming into turn 4. Wow, what the heck, what a great start for us. Up into P3. As you can see, their Mercs are already blasting away. So on lap 2 here, you can see we're coming under some pressure from Sebastian. Really struggling through these little slow speed corners. Not got any traction here or any grip.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Not what we want to hear, Jeff. Because we're going to be bloody fish in a barrel. We're going to come under fire anytime soon. And as you can see, these guys, these Mercs, they're nowhere to be seen. They've already gone. They've left. It's all going to be about trying to hold station. Holding these Ferraris off is going to be a massive task. Also, these Force Indias look pretty racy at this point as well. We'll see if it is in the later stages. Remember, they're on the quicker tyre. They're on the ultra soft. We're on the super soft. We're looking to go a lot longer into this race. And that was my strategy. This is the only chance we have got of trying to get a higher grid position. As you can see, 2 cars battling behind us. That's Sergio Perez He's on home soil. He wants a good result here, and he's going toe-to-toe with Sebastian. I think he's going to get the upper hand coming down this straight. Yeah, he just slips in front of Sebastian there. And he's going to be quickly onto the back of us. So here we go, following lap, coming down the pit straight. He's in the toe. He's got a DRS. We're going to go flying up inside here. We're going to push him to the outside as much as possible. Try and cut him off into turn 1. Here he is. And he's quite sensible there. He just slots back in. Closely followed by Sebastian. You can see Kimi's catching up to this pack again. Not too far behind, about a couple of seconds back. So we go next lap. We've got a train of cars behind us now. So we've got a car in the pits. And we've got Sebastian chasing us down, and it looks like a Mercedes. He must have pitted already. Changed them ultra soft tyres for another set. And of course we're going to run as long and as deep as we can. And the Merc's through. I think it's Valtteri Bottas. He's made a place up there on Sebastian, I do believe. Following lap, in we come. Closely followed by Sebastian Vettel. Going to need a quick stop because no margin for error here. The Ferrari is right up our arse. So here we come. We're going to go onto the soft tyre. Our tyre wear is excessively high. We're sort of running about the same sort of wear as the Ferrari on the ultra soft tyre. Obviously our pace is nowhere near the same, so it's going to be about blocking them off. If one of them gets an undercut or indeed free track, we're going to be screwed. So here we go, feeding back in just in front of this chasing pack. As you can see, there's the two Ferraris back there, so that's Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. Managed to hold station on both of those, so that's good news in terms of the overall race strategy now.
Okay, gap to leader, 23.2 seconds.
So slowly approaching the midway point in this race, and we're coming up to Van Dorn. He started on his soft tyre, he's not made a pit stop yet, so we're going to have a fresher tyre and hopefully a bit more of a pace advantage over this McLaren. So we're going to need to make light work of this guy. As you can see, we've got DRS, so has Kimi behind us, who's on the ultra soft, he's 2 compounds softer, so he's going to be really racy at this point. We're going to go flying up the inside. We've got to make this stick right now. We're going to try and get any sort of gap on Kimi. And next up ahead is Haas of Magnussen. He's a bit up the road though. It's going to take us a while if we can catch him, because he's on a super soft. I think he must have started the race on them, so they're going to be pretty second hand by this point. So moving on, we're on lap 15. We're coming down the main straight. Kimi wants a piece of the action. This is the 2 championship protagonists going toe to toe into turn 1. Kimi's going to sling up the inside, but we're not having that. We're going to slam the door on him. And we've got a yellow flag. We've got contact. What's going on behind? Where's Kimi gone?
Green flag.
Oh shit, I think I slammed the door a bit too hard there. Let's have a replay. Let's see what's happened. Coming down into turn 1. As you can see, we go deep on the inside. We move back over and Kimi takes the inside line. Coming down into turn 1. We go wheel to wheel. We squeeze him, but...
Did you see what that guy did? He just pushed me up the his front. He just hit me and I went wide, so that's not very nice.
It's not very nice, and I do apologise, Kimi. That was very unsportsmanlike, and that was not my intention. His front wheel just clipped the inside of mine and it just pirouetted him round, so apologies on behalf there. I did want to squeeze you, but not to that extent. Sorry, chap. Now we got the homeboy, Sergio Checo Perez. He wants a good go at this. He's giving it some, and he's done exactly the same thing. He stuck a wheel where it wasn't wanted, and he's got done. Let's have a replay. We've got the overhead shot here, coming down the main straight. We're just constantly under fire. Everyone's got DRS on us. We ain't got no chance. Look at it. Slots it up the inside. We go deep on the brakes, trying to hold station. So we've got the corner there. Sergio.
Did you set up? At the end I gave him just enough space Not Douglas, and he just pushed me off the circuit. Copy that, Checo. Yeah, we saw him push you. Copy that. We're talking to Charlie.
Checo, mate, you put yourself in that position. Don't try and play the victim there. Don't know what you was thinking. We've got a yellow flag here. I think we've got a retiree somewhere on the track. But Checo, you're stupid enough to put it up the inside there. You squeezed yourself into a gap, which was always going to close. So you're not going to get any sympathy from me. And here we go. Following on from that, we're going to come under serious pressure from Sebastian Vettel. He's on the quicker tyre, got a lot quicker car. Look, he wants to go all the way around the outside. Again, we shut the door. Live to fight for another corner. And we're just living this race corner by corner. That's all we can do. We're trying to make this car as wide as we can. Cover every angle. It's really compromising us in terms of pace. So on to lap 18 at this point. Obviously we got the two Mercs ahead of us, which have just gone like the wind. And he's just trying to fend off. Look, he's coming into the stadium section, even trying it now. Tyres are really hurting.
Is 21.4 seconds.
So in terms of pace, we're doing quite well, and relative to our teammate, 21 seconds up the road is a good job. Here comes Vettel. Yeah, we just closed him off pretty nicely there. I'm sure he's going to come back at us. Yeah, he's got fairly good traction out of this corner. He's going to fancy another go, so we're going to hold it to the inside. Left-hander here. He's going to go to the outside. He's ramming us. He's getting feisty now. He's getting punchy.
Alternate strategy.
Coming to blows.
Change or stick to plan A.
So Jeff's not happy with the current setup. He wants to switch things up. I just want to cover this man off. We've both got another stop to go. And I've just got to mirror him, really. Wow. Sebastian, calm yourself, mate. Going wheel to wheel, literally almost tyre face to tyre face, which is dangerous as hell. I didn't want to select that, but just in the heat of the battle, he's locked up. We managed to keep the inside there. Sebastian made a mistake, which is not often happening, and that's allowed Daniel Ricciardo through. So now we've got a Red Bull. He's going to have a go at us. He's on the ultra soft tyre. He's going to be fast out the corners. Managed to hold station there. So at this point in the race, I've pretty much run out of fuel. So I'm trying to go lean in sector 2 and try and use the rich revs down the main straight.
2 seconds.
We've run wide there. It's compromised our exit speed coming in here. But yeah, trying to run rich revs on the initial part of the back straight, and then run it a bit leaner through the slower sort of sections. Here we go on lap 22. We got our man Danny Rick ramming us as well. It's getting really feisty out here. These lads are building a bit of reputation. They're not taking any shit anymore. So here he comes. Comes to the outside. I try and squeeze him up onto the curb. He's not having that. Turns into us. That's pretty much fair enough, I would say, from Daniel's part. And that's allowed Sebastian Vettel back into the fight. I think he's got the position. So we're coming into the pits, end of lap 22 for our final stop of the race, and thank God for that. Sebastian Vettel is following us into the pits as well. So again, no margin for error, team. Going to put a set of supers on until the end of the race now. So where we're going to feed back out.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Feed back out into P9. I think we're going to have to do some overtaking before the end of this race. We're coming up to Haas here. The end of lap 23, the following lap. We'll make light work of him. K-Mag. He's on very old soft tyres there. Sebastian's not managed to get past him just yet, so this is a chance for us to bridge a gap.
7.5 seconds. Okay, distance to teammate 3.4 seconds.
So next up is Max Verstappen.
Nico is in the pits.
That 24 of 36. Long way to go. This feels like a hell of a long race. Constantly living life on the edge. Here's a replay of overtake on K-Mag. He went to the middle of the road, but we went super shallow into the corner, but we had the fresher tyre. We managed to get it stopped in time, coming through this nice stadium section here. And we've got a retirement.
Verstappen has just entered the pits.
Kimi Räikkönen is out of this race. We need to make...
Crossing frog. Okay, stop the car, Kimi. Stop the car. Find a safe place to pull up.
This is massive for the championship. We need to make maximum points out of this race now. This is our chance to try and get right back in the fight. Remember, there's 13 points Kimi's ahead of us. At the current time, I think we'd get... If we hold P4, that's going to get about 12. If we hold P4.
They're on old softs. Vettel is behind you. Our gap behind is 1.3 seconds.
So there's the stricken
They're on
Ferrari.
fresh super softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 11 laps to go.
So P3 is doable. Grosjean looks like he's going to the end of this set of tyres now, and we're not making massive inroads on him. We're really pushing the envelope, and this guy is slowing us down massively, battling with him constantly. He's managed to slip in front of us. We're going to go hard on the brakes. We cannot let anything get in the way of this championship now. Yeah, we do cut the corner a little bit. We don't get a warning, so let's carry on and continue. We've got a poor exit there, coming down this second straight. And that allowed Sebastian to get in front of us. We slip back into his toe, go back up the inside, deep on the brakes. Yeah, trim a little bit off the corner. And Vettel didn't want to ruin the party. He's not the wingman that Kimi needs right now. So moving on, lap 20,
So the gap to
28.
our teammate is 26.5 seconds.
So here come the boys once again. This is relentless. Ain't got a second to breathe. Every time coming down this straight, they're always inside, outside. To be honest, I prefer them to go up the inside now to get the inside into turn 2. He's still there. What can we do to shake this guy off? He dives to the inside, thinks better of it, lives to fight another day. Goes up the inside, doesn't make it stick. He should cut me off really. Try and squeeze me up onto the apex as much as possible to compromise MIX out of here. We've got debris. I think he's hit the back of us. So hopefully that's taken a bit of his front wing off. That's going to compromise his race pace. It doesn't appear so at this moment in time. So we go lap 29 of 36. It's that man Sebastian again, all over our gearbox. Unrelenting pressure. And we're not making the inroads that we want to on Grosjean at the minute. We're really not. This battle is really hurting our chance of a podium position right now. You can see a drag race into turn 1. We go to the inside and back to the outside. We just cut off Sebastian there. Give him no room on the apex. Try and get a good launch out turn 3 here. So moving on to the penultimate lap, that is Romain Grosjean ahead. That is a podium position up ahead of us. We need to push it, but we've got to be careful, because if we make one error, we've got our man Seb behind us. He's going to have a right go at us. So on this final lap, can we catch Romain Grosjean? We're leaving it way too late in this race. Our tyres are almost shot. His tyres ahead are shot. As you can see, we got a winner. Lewis Hamilton has won the Grand Prix. But what can we do in these final laps? As you can see, our tyres are knackered. We're getting a good run through this middle sector, and we're going to have to go ballsy on the brakes down here. Can we get him up the inside? He covers off the apex. We can't get it done. Oh, we're going to need something special now. We're just going to sling it up the inside and we're going to whack into Grosjean. We don't care, because this is important. This is crucial. This is a podium position. This is 15 points. This gives us a lead of the World Championship. We come home to take P3 of the Mexican Grand Prix.
Yes. We're on the podium. Good job this weekend. Great drive. Thank you.
Jeff's happy. I'm bloody happy. Let's have a look at these final laps here. We tried to sling it up the inside. He covered off the apex wisely, but he left the door open here coming into the stadium section. We took full advantage of it and launched it straight up the inside. I bet he's crying like a baby, like Grosjean does right now. But do we care? Hell fucking no, we don't. Because we've just taken the lead of the World Championship with 2 rounds left to go. Poor luck for Kimi Raikkonen in this one.
What was that? The gate turned into me. It was, yeah, that's not nice. Wheel banging in the corner, that's not correct.
Okay, understood. Which car was it? Which car?
It was me, mate. It was me. And because I'm in the title hunt, I don't care.
Brilliant stuff from
I
Mercedes
don't care.
today. That's another
We
historic
got the job
win.
done there.
So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened.
Fernando with
Their
solid
car just
points.
looks so
It's good to
comfortable out
see.
there.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race.
So them 2 silver
They've
arrows
excelled here,
were
as they
in a
so
league
often
of their
do.
own. They
And
was
it's a well-deserved
untouchable in
victory.
this Grand Prix.
Mercedes then
You
are on
hardly
top
saw
today.
them apart from around the pit stops. But deserving victory to them. And I think we've done a great job to fend off the sole Ferrari. Kimi was super quick as well, but he had a poor luck in terms of the Grand Prix. He had the retirement, and that we capitalised. We've got another podium. I don't know how many podiums we've got, but we've been
And
super
after
consistent.
this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. We see a new name at the top of the
So
championship
the final
table
results
as
there:
we
Hamilton,
reach the end
Bottas,
of the
myself,
Grand Prix
Vettel,
weekend.
Grosjean,
Moving
Ricciardo,
on to the
Alonso,
driver
Massa,
of the day
Perez,
then.
Verstappen,
Anthony
Kvyat,
Davidson, who
and of
would you
course
go for?
we've
Fernando
got Kimi
Alonso.
Raikkonen
Wherever
retiring.
he is,
That
whatever
last
team
lap
he's in, when is he
challenge,
not
shall we
just
say, on
brilliant?
Grosjean
He'll give you a
resulted in him
performance
losing
every
2
time,
positions
just like
because
he's done
Vettel
today.
managed to
And
slip
now
up in the
let's take a
final
look at
corners
the
there as well.
constructors' standings. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today.
As we see,
Their
we've
lead
got
has
2
taken a
points
significant blow.
lead over Kimi
After
Raikkonen
all
coming
that
into the final 2
excitement, it's time
races,
for a lie
and
down,
it's
I
tight
think.
at the top
Thanks
there.
for
Look,
joining us, and
Ferrari
goodbye
and
until the
Mercedes
next race.
separated by 3 points for the constructors. It's going to be a fascinating end to this championship, and I hope to join you again for round 19, the Brazilian Grand Prix, really soon. Give me some likes, give me some comments, let me know your thoughts, and of course hit that subscribe button.